So yesterday we took a little bit of a trip down memory lane with our podcasts, and today we're going to do the same because a few weeks into lockdown we decided to read together the book Purpose Driven Life. 40 days of different readings, 40 different podcasts. Today, podcast number 1 to 20. In brief, I hope you enjoy it this morning. You might want to join us on this 40-day journey together as we look at God's amazing purpose for our life. Day 1 of Purpose-Driven Life. It all starts with God.
It says this: I am your creator. You were in my care even before you were born.
Rick Warren explains to us that we are emotive people who are largely driven by our emotions.
But we can lose sight of the fact that God tells us in the Bible that we were made to last forever, that eternity is a truth.
Character is both developed and revealed by tests, and all of life is a test. That makes me both cheer and groan.
His name was Zacchaeus, and his life was out of focus. You see, his focus, up until the time we meet him in the story, appeared to have been making more money.
And Rick writes that our purpose as Christians is to glorify God in everything we say, do, and think.
You were planned for God's pleasure. Really? Just when I read that, first of all, it jumped out at me.
What I do and what I say and what you do and the way we live our lives can put such a smile on God's face.
And when I'm on my knees praying, asking God to help me with a situation, I believe it. I genuinely surrender and give something to God. The reality is, though, that almost as soon as I stand up again, I begin to take some of that surrender back.
God is the creator of this whole universe. This same person wants to be our best friend.
That in developing our friendship with God, we need to choose to be honest with Him. The Bible is full of examples of people who God described as faithful friends of His.
I want to talk about our worship being thankful to God. And our story today involves 10 people. You know, there are times in our lives where it feels like we are going through a dark tunnel. But what we need to do is we need to continue to trust God.
God's unchanging plan has always been to adopt us into his own family by bringing us to himself through Christ Jesus. What a better invite could you have?
When did we last listen intently to someone's words that they share to us? When did we last give without a thought and bless something with a gift, given for no other reason than to demonstrate love?
What stops me actually calling people and saying, "Oh, I'm not too well this week. Can you pray with me?"
We are encouraged to share each other's troubles and problems.
And as we wait in His presence, let's ask Him to change our want to, so that we really do want to change and become more like Jesus in this area.
You know, there's one thing you can guarantee in life, and that is this: if you have relationships with individuals, then at some point in time we're going to have differences.